On tonight's show, we're back in the beautiful Chilterns with Cervus UK Miss Hunter Germany, Helga Wimmer. But before the hunt commences, Owen Beardsmore is hard at work to ensure a successful hunt. Successful hunting shouldn't have to come down to luck. With the right preparation, you can track deer, entice them onto your land, set your high seats in high traffic areas to ensure that you have the most success from your time in the woods. This is what goes on behind the scenes at Cervus UK as Owen Beardsmore prepares to welcome a client to the Chilterns. Time, planning and preparation are all put in before the client sets foot on the land. If all the work is done before the client arrives, it makes for more success. It needs less luck and it gets more results. Owen tracks his deer through the seasons and notes their habits, their movements and their feeding patterns. His trail cams capture deer after deer, taking advantage of the food provided, and they return almost daily. Knowing what deer you have on your land and their habits is key. Deer come in to gorge on the food provided by feeders, and it means they don't need to forage in the woods. They know where their meals are and return like clockwork.
This is one of my feeders I use for keeping the deer in my area. It's just a galvanised bin with a feed plate on it. It's got a turn screw on it so we can change the flow of the wheat that comes out. And roe deer, muntjac and fallow deer will come and feed on this quite readily. I use a mix of beans and wheat, and then I locate a high seat 40-50 metres away so we can observe the deer and see what we're going to take out as part of our management plan.
Deer also like to use mineral lick, and once again they return for the goodness it provides them.
So this is one of my mineral licks. It's from the continent, from Germany, and it contains salt crystals. It's got like an apple flavour in it. Deer really love it. All the muntjac, fallow and roe deer come and lick on this. This one's been here about 12 months, and as the rain and damp gets in there, the salt starts to drip down here and the deer come and licking it all. What I do is cut off an old dead tree, and then I just run my chainsaw down some grooves, and then the salt residue just rots down it, and they can get a good feed on it. This just keeps the deer in my woodland because they've got a good mineral source all year long.
Ensuring the deer have food ensures that they will stay in the woods and return time and time again. Knowing where they are and in what directions they travel to and from this food helps with the setup of the high seat. After every successful hunt, Owen ensures his clients leave with mementos of their time hunting with him, and pictures are just the ticket.
We've just finished a 3-day hunt. I've had a Dutch client over, and she's been stalking with Keith, who helps her with my guiding. Look at these bucks we've shot here. Fantastic old mature youngster here and 2 other good mature bucks. Keith, it all went to plan, yeah?
It's gone really, really well. A lot of them have come to the call, managed to have a buck a day, book an outing, so I can't get much better. Unfortunately, this old boy's snapped probably a good 1.5 centimetres off his antlers. He's a buck that I know, but he's somehow between me finding him and Annette shooting him, he's managed to snap his antlers, so that's a little bit of a downfall, but it's still a good result.
The success achieved by Annette and Keith is proof that careful planning and preparation makes for success. Annette has had a great time in the Chilterns and has even learnt a new call from the master himself, Mr. Keith Watson.
That's incredible. The daffodil call.
Later in the day, he's out with Miss Hunter Germany, Helga Wimmer. After Helga's successful first ever UK hunt, she's back out with Owen to take a nice mature buck to help Owen with his deer cull. They get into a high seat and get set up for the evening. Muntjac tend to move during first and last light, so Owen hopes an old munty that's spotted in this woods will be feeding at last light.
This is a big area of rhododendrons, which is like a sanctuary for them. As the sun starts to set and then it starts to go a little bit darker, the deer come out into the open forest behind us, and this is one of their favourite little areas. It's like a little hollow in the forest. You can see it's quite lush. It's the first place where we get the growth in the spring, so it's normally a good place, so fingers crossed we can try and get you a nice buck.
All is peaceful to start, but soon there's a herd of fallow running through the thick cover. There are several pheasants feeding near Owen's feed bin, and there's a fallow making its way through the hedge line. But no muntjac yet. Soon after, a nice muntjac doe comes feeding through the woods behind them. It hasn't spotted them as it carefully feeds away, but it's heading away from the high seat and into thick cover. It slowly meanders its way through the trees, and eventually it's out of sight. As the light fades, Owen glasses the woods around them, but soon it's time to call it a day. The following morning, and Owen is out before dawn as usual. As soon as day begins to break, there's a muntjac buck feeding away right in front of Owen's trail cam. The buck hasn't spotted them, and even has a sniff of the trail cam. Owen gives it a call, and Helga takes his shot. The muntie runs a little and kicks, but soon passes.
That was exciting, wasn't it? Yeah. It's another one where within 5 minutes of getting here there's some action, so could you see him smelling all the time? He could smell the camera. I changed the card in it yesterday, so you get the sweat from your hand and you can smell it. So.
Owen and Helga sit and wait, but the only activity in the forest seems to be a few squirrels and pheasants taking advantage of the feed on offer.
Okay, we've left it half an hour. There's nothing else come to the food, so let's go and have a look at your box, see what you've got. Okay, let's just unload.
Owen makes the rifle safe, and the pair head down to examine their quarry.
Nice old boy. Well done. Look at that, with a little bit of a malform here.
Yeah, well,
Oh, he's a great one to take out. Can you see how his antlers are down onto his pedicle?
nice.
Nice trophy.
Yeah, one is gone.
Yeah, one is broken.
Okay.
Sometimes they break the teeth off on the pheasant feeders.
Okay.
They have like a spring underneath them, it's called a Zycon. And when they're feeding, they get them trapped inside it and snap them off. But he's got a nice on that side, look.
Yeah, wow.
See, all these scars on his face.
Yeah.
Real old warrior.
Yeah.
But another good shot, Helga, well done.
Thank you.
Can you see how his eye's milky here?
Yeah.
I think he's even blind in this eye.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah. See, that one's clear.
Yeah.
This one's milky.
Yeah.
So,
Away from all the fighting.
old boy, yeah, great one to take, well done.
Yeah.
Yet another successful hunt for Helga, and Cervus UK provide again. Owen sets up some photos for Helga to take back to Austria with her to remind her of her time in the UK. She's taken 2 muntjac and a fallow over her 2 days in the Chilterns, and added 2 new species to her hunting CV. Congratulations, Helga.